Now, India's Supreme Court has ordered officials in Delhi to sterilise and relocate thousands of stray dogs to shelters within 8 weeks. The court took up the case after reports of an upsurge of strays biting children in the Indian capital.
Stray dogs are a part of everyday life in this neighbourhood in New Delhi. But now these dogs are said to be taken from these streets. India's top court has ordered the stray dogs be sent to shelters. The court wants to control the rising number of dog bite cases, including cases involving children. The order has not gone down well with people here.
I have a 3-year-old son, and I'm being absolutely truthful when I say I feel a sense of security when he walks around in the colony knowing that there are stray dogs around, because he has been brought up to understand how to be around dogs.
Animal rights activists say the city's municipal authority, the MCD, does not have the capacity to carry out the operation, nor are there enough shelters to house the strays.
We feed about 150 dogs. I really want to know where these 150 dogs will go. I don't think anything is happening. The MCD does not have manpower, it does not have resources, it does not have infrastructure. Who's going to pick up? Where are they going to go?
According to local media reports, New Delhi has up to 1 million stray dogs, and it sees about 2,000 dog bite incidents every day. That's a major cause of concern for some residents.
They should definitely be removed. When we go to different places on our bike where people give them food, when we pass that area, the dogs think that we are doing something to them. They attack us immediately.
The court has asked city authorities to set up dog shelters within 8 weeks and maintain daily records of the captured canines. India accounts for more than a third of global rabies deaths. Rabies caused by dog bites, if left untreated, is almost always fatal.
And for more on this story, I'm joined now by DW's Vidika Sood, who is in New Delhi. Good to see you, Vidika. This is clearly an emotive issue, isn't it? I mean, as we just saw there, some see stray dogs as a menace. Others obviously feel very comfortable having dogs living on the streets around them. To what extent is Delhi on board with these fairly drastic new measures?
I want to start at the very outset to tell your viewers how this is perhaps the strongest ruling in the last few decades by India's top court, the Supreme Court, when it comes to the nation's long-running struggle with its street dog population. Like you said, India's top court has directed the civic authorities not only to pick up these dogs, but to sterilize them, to vaccinate them, and then put them into shelters. Now, just a statistic before I come directly to the question you asked me, India bears the highest rabies burden globally. We're talking about the maximum deaths due to rabies here in India. Now, while the government data, the statistics here present in India show that that's about 5,500 people who die from rabies, according to the World Health Organization, that could be as high as 20,000. Now, yes, Delhi, not only Delhi, I would say India is split down the middle on this. Like you said, it's a very emotional issue for a lot of people here, especially animal welfare activists and people who love dogs. But for a lot of people living in densely populated residential areas in Delhi, this is a very serious issue. They feel threatened by dogs. They've been attacked by dogs, some of them. It comes out as headlines in the newspapers very often here in India, where you hear of stray dogs attacking the elderly as well as children. There have been deaths also reported in the papers across the last few weeks because of which this has become such a huge controversial issue here in India. But on the other hand, there are people who love dogs. Not only love dogs, they take care of them. They feed these stray dogs. They also make them a part of their community. So I'd say that both sides want safety here, Anya, in terms of human beings and dogs, but they just can't seem to find a consensus on how to go forward. And now with this ruling, there's a huge divide in the population here in Delhi over the way forward.
So, Vidika, let's talk about the practicalities of this. We've got a deadline of 8 weeks, got thousands of dogs, as you're saying, that need to be rounded up, vaccinated, sterilised. I mean, this is a huge logistical and organisational challenge. I mean, is this even possible?
I'd say it's massive. It's unprecedented in scale almost for this region. Again, giving you some statistics here, the last dog census was carried out in the year 2012. Unfortunately, there hasn't been one since. But back then, I'm talking about 13 years ago, it put the stray population at about 60,000. And now we're talking about a population estimated closer to about 1 million. You're talking about 1 million stray dogs in a city, in a region that doesn't even have enough shelter homes for them. Mm-hmm. You're talking about not only picking them up in the next 8 weeks, you're talking about vaccinating them, sterilizing them, and finding shelter for them. It's a task which seems impossible to me, living in Delhi for so many years. There are capacity concerns, there are infrastructure concerns, and you have to start from the word go, really. If we had started decades ago, if India had started decades ago taking its animal birth control laws seriously, rules seriously, these dogs would have already been vaccinated and half the battle would have been won today, which hasn't happened.
Vidika, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for that. That's DW's Vidika Sood reporting from New Delhi.